So, you're thinking of moving right here to Katy, Texas? Well, sit right there because today's video is a map video. We're gonna jump into the computer and we're gonna show you all around Katy. We're gonna show you where it is in proximity to the international airports, downtown Houston, and then we're gonna key in on some of the neighborhoods that you might want to look at if you're thinking of relocating here to the Katy area. So, let's get after it right now. If this is your first time to the channel and you want to know everything there is to know about Katy, Texas, or the entire Houston area, subscribe to our channel, tap that bell for notifications. That way you guys can be the first to know about everything going on here in Houston. My name's Kyler Ferris. I'm a licensed broker here in Texas, and I've been in the business for 7 years, and I run the Living in Houston, Texas team. So if you're looking to move to the Houston area, you're doing your research online, and you're trying to narrow it down, don't be shy. Give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email. That way we can help you guys make a smooth move here to the Houston area. So we're looking right here at our map of Katy, Texas. And as you can see, we're zoomed out here because the first thing I wanted to key in on is how close it is in proximity to downtown Houston. So right now we're shooting this kind of early morning. There isn't much traffic today going into Katy. So you're looking at about a 35, 36 minute commute. And then if you flip it, it's the same distance back as of right now. Now in the 4 to 6 o'clock hours, you can expect this to slow down possibly to an hour's long commute. Now, Katy is actually in a really prime location for a few reasons. So as you can see right here, it's on I-10, which is probably the longest freeway in the United States. It runs all the way from San Diego to Florida. And so it's massive. It's like 6 or 7 lanes and plenty of opportunity to get in and out of Houston pretty quickly. And then Katy also has the West Park Tollway. So if you zoom in right here, you've got the ability to shoot in and out of downtown on a totally separate toll road as well. So if for whatever reason I-10's clogged up, you can shoot straight on into the town on the tollway. And what they've recently completed in the past couple of years is right here, you'll see it kind of cuts right down through Katy is Highway 99. And 99, if we zoom out, is a loop. And it actually runs all the way up around the north side of Houston and kind of goes all the way almost to Louisiana. So it actually is a great way to connect up to the Woodlands. And if you zoom out a little bit more, if you go up this way, it would take you straight up to Dallas once you hit I-45. So all that to say, first thing starting out with Katy, it's in a great location. It's right along I-10, easy access to downtown. And so Katy has a ton to offer. Check out our vlog video. We cover all of the amazing amenities that Katy has to offer. We deep dive into the neighborhoods. And so the point of this video is just to kind of show you where Katy's at in proximity to a lot of things here in the Houston area. So if you've heard of Katy, Texas, you've probably heard great things about its schools, its amenities, and all of that's true. And so I want to give you a little background. So if you type in Katy, Texas on Google Maps, it's only going to highlight this small little area right here. Now, this isn't all of Katy. Katy is a city, and this is, I guess you would call it, not the city limits, but like the kind of downtown Katy main area. Now, it's incorporated a ton of areas around it into Katy addresses, and so what that means is that the Katy population actually expands pretty much this whole area. So if we were going to draw a circle around it. So it includes master plan communities like Cinco Ranch. It's got a lot of new developments that are master planned as well, like Cane Island or even Cross Creek Ranch, which they say is down here in Fulshire, is kind of in the Katy area as well. And so one of the original master plan communities in Katy is Cinco Ranch. You may or may not have heard of it, but Cinco Ranch is in an excellent location within Katy. It's directly between I-10 and the West Park Tollway. And Cinco Ranch is completely built out. So it's going to have an older, more established feel to it than some of these other communities in Katy. And if you look here, we'll click on some photos, and we've got a lot of really great footage in our vlog. But it's got an outdoor play area. This is La Centera. So this is the main shopping center. If you've been to the Woodlands before or seen our video, Cinco Ranch has kind of a similar to the Woodlands vibe as far as higher end, nicer amenities, great shopping centers, and so it really is a great place to live. Now, if you're looking for new construction, Cinco Ranch isn't going to be your best bet because it's completely built out. But if you are looking for that nice, well-established resale home, Cinco Ranch is perfect. There's over 16,000 homes in the Cinco Ranch area. It's laid out really well. It's very convenient for shopping, schools, and everything. In fact, Cinco Ranch High School is right up at the front of the here, let me type in the high school. It's right up at the front of La Centera. And so whenever the kids get out of school, they actually just walk right across the street and hang out until, their parents pick them up or they get rides home. So anyways, there's no good photos on here, but we'll throw up a quick clip of Cinco Ranch High School. It's absolutely massive. It's about a mile long. And so one thing you'll hear a lot about when looking at Katy are the schools, and they have an excellent reputation for a reason. Katy has 8 high schools and obviously a lot more junior highs, intermediate schools, and elementary schools that kind of feed up into the Katy high schools. And they're consistently ranked the #1 school district in all of Harris County. And so just to give you a frame of reference for how large Harris County is all of Houston. So it stops right as you get up towards the Woodlands. The Woodlands is in Montgomery County, but all of this is Harris County. That includes other areas like Cypress, parts of Tomball, and then goes all the way over to Humble and down to Friendswood. And so, #1, and if you look at all of their school ratings, independently for each elementary school or each high school, I think you'll be very pleasantly surprised. There really aren't any bad apples in the Katy school district. There are other school districts in Houston that, it's a little spottier. They've got really great A+ rated schools, and then they've got some others that just aren't quite hanging in there. And so Katy is just one of those very safe areas where if you know nothing about the Houston area and you're looking to relocate here and your top priority is schools, you're really going to want to key in on Katy, possibly Cypress, possibly the Woodlands too, also excellent schools. But Katy, it takes the cake at #1 in Harris County. So that being said, like I said, they have 8 different high schools. We'll go back to Cinco Ranch High School. And it's right across the street from La Centera. So as you can see here, you've got tons of cool shopping center and everything. And then you zoom out and you got Cinco Ranch High School right there. Now, what they've started to do is they've started here in the Houston area to build schools in master planned neighborhoods. And so you've got other master planned neighborhoods here in the Katy area. Let's go over to Cane Island. We cover Cane Island in our vlog, so check that out. But here are some amenities that Cane Island has to offer. What you can expect in these master planned neighborhoods are going to be awesome resort style pools. They're going to have hiking, biking trails. They've tried to do a good job in Katy of leaving some established trees. Cane Island in particular has a restaurant right in the middle of the neighborhood. So a very unique feature. And I will say that Katy master plan neighborhoods tend to kind of take the top place when it comes to master planned neighborhoods in the Houston area. So as you can see here, like I said, they've got a amenity center. They've got a gym with really good accessible hours. Plenty of room to work out. It's not just a tiny little apartment gym. And then they even have water parks. And so speaking of water parks, let's zoom out. One of the coolest things to do in Katy, Texas is going to be Typhoon Texas Water Park. So people will actually come from all over Houston to come here in the summers, cool off. Great place for the families, great place to bring the kids. I don't know how large it is, but it's massive. There's tons of really awesome towering water slides. And so, like I said, great place to bring the kids in the summer. It's not open year round, but as you probably heard here in Texas, it gets hot, and what better way to cool off than take the kids up to the water park and have a great weekend up there. So Katy is going to also be littered with everything you can think of, from awesome shopping centers to golf courses to nature parks. In fact, one of the largest parks in Katy is called Mary Jo Peckham, and you can expect parks to be all throughout Katy. So pretty much anywhere you are in Katy, you're within 5-10 minutes of a park. These are public parks, great place to take the kids, fishing ponds. Mary Jo Peckham actually has a putt-putt course, which I think is super cool and not something you'll see in a ton of other communities here in the Houston area. And so really, Katy does have it all. Like I said, watch the vlog. We key in on all of the details on Katy. But let's go ahead and see where Katy is at in proximity to Houston International Airports, because that's a big thing for a lot of clients that call us, is they just want to move to Texas because they're working remote and they just need to be within 30 minutes to an hour of Houston airports. And Katy has you covered on both those fronts. So there's 2 international airports here in the Houston area. There's it's Bush Intercontinental Airport, and then you've got Hobby Airport. And so Hobby is going to be your smaller airport. Now, for the longest time, Southwest Airlines was based out of Hobby. And so let's just show you exactly where that is in proximity to Katy. So and this is with no traffic. So with no traffic, you're at about a 45-minute drive. So not terrible, still pretty close to get in and out of the airport. You also have some alternate routes that you could take if for whatever reason there is traffic. You'd be able to drop down on Highway 288 and just kind of shoot on up over to Hobby. And so let's check out IAH. So here we go. So this is going to be the larger international airport here in the Houston area. This is where most of the other airline companies operate out of. You're going to have direct flights to, pretty much anywhere in the world from right here in Houston. And so it's pretty comparable distance. It's also about 45 minutes. I will say that this route is less likely to have traffic just because you're taking the tollways here. So anyways, great proximity to 2 international airports, about 45 minutes to both. And then you're on your way to wherever you want to be going. So another thing reason that Katy's a really good location to live in is, as you can see right here, you've got what's called the energy corridor. So if you're familiar with Houston at all, or even you're not, Houston has a really large energy sector. We're talking oil and gas companies, pipeline companies, pipeline construction companies, and a lot of them happen to have all of their headquarters right here along I-10. So you can see it's kind of highlighted here. And then they've got tons of amazing parks that are public that you can access over here as well with awesome hike and bike trails. And so anyways, from the energy corridor out to Katy, it's really not that bad of a drive at all. So we'll do energy corridor to Katy. So if you're working or relocating to any of these oil and gas companies, it doesn't get better than Katy. You're a short 15-minute drive, and you just shoot right on in to the energy corridor. And so one other thing I don't think we touched on is Katy is, because it's located on the west side of Houston, you're actually a straight shot out to a couple really cool small hill country towns on your way out to San Antonio. And so you've got Seguin, and once you get out this way, everything starts to change geography-wise. From Katy, you're about 2.5 hours away from Austin. So really, if you want to hop in the car, take the kids on the weekend on a fun weekend trip, go see the Texas Alamo or go see the Texas Capitol, you've got the ability to do that from Katy, Texas. So let's check out one other really large master planned neighborhood here in Katy. Now, it's got a full address, but really it's kind of part of the Katy area. But anyways, Cross Creek Ranch, also one of the prettiest, best master planned neighborhoods here in the Katy area. As you can see, tons of outdoor recreational opportunities and just a really, really, really pretty neighborhood. Now, one thing that Katy really does a great job of that the Woodlands isn't able to compete with is new construction. And so with these master plan neighborhoods, what you can expect in housing is plenty of housing opportunities, really from kind of the low 400,000 range all the way up to 1.52 million. And so obviously prices the past 2 years here in Texas have gone up pretty significantly. That being said, when we show clients houses in Katy from California, New York, Washington, Ohio, Colorado, wherever it is that you're calling us from, you are always going to be pleasantly surprised. Our clients are like, I can get that for $500,000, I can get that for $700,000, and their minds are blown. And one thing that's great about Katy and all of Texas, really, the entire Houston area, is you're not going to pay any state income tax. So I'm sure you probably learned that in other videos watching, but that plays a big factor because not only is affordability in Texas better than pretty much anywhere else in the country right now, but the economy here is really strong. There's jobs here. Housing is affordable, and you're getting to keep more of your hard-earned money. And so especially for those of you that can work remote, we're seeing a huge influx of people move to Texas for that very reason. They want more space. They want the American dream in one of these master plan neighborhoods where they can buy a brand new construction house and, you know, sell their house wherever they're coming from, liquidate all their cash, buy a less expensive house that's twice the size, and be done, and really just have a great experience here in the Houston area. So anyways, I think that kind of sums up Katy. Watch our vlog for more details on Katy, Texas. And also, like we always say, if you are looking to move to anywhere here in the Houston area, or specifically Katy, Texas, give us a call, shoot us that text, or send us an email. That way we can pair you with the perfect agent for you here in the Houston area, because a move from out of state can be difficult, and we know that. And so we would love to help you make a smooth move here to the Houston area. And we look forward to seeing you guys in our other videos.